So actually 3D తో నేను పనిచేయడం ఫస్ట్, బట్ అండ్ యాజ్ యూ నో ఎవ్రీవన్ అందరికి 3D అంటే ఇట్స్ లైక్ సంథింగ్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఫ్యాసినేటింగ్. సో నేను ఇనిషియలీ విన్నాను చాలా టైం పడుతుందండి, బట్ థ్యాంక్స్ టు ఆల్ ది కెమెరాస్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ నౌ. అజయ్ విన్సెంట్ గారు ఈజ్ అ సినిమాటోగ్రఫర్ అండ్ వీ హ్యాడ్ ఎ టీమ్ ఫ్రమ్ LA ఆల్సో వచ్చి వాళ్ళు పనిచేశారు. నేను ఎప్పుడు మానిటర్, ఐ డోంట్ సీ ద మానిటర్ యాక్చువల్లీ. షార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇట్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఐ ఓన్లీ సీ ద మూవీ డైరెక్ట్లీ, అండ్ డైరెక్టర్స్ కాల్ ఇస్ ద ఫైనల్ కాల్ ఫర్ మీ ఇన్ ఓకింగ్ షార్ట్. సో ఫస్ట్ షార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత గురుశేఖర్ గారు వచ్చారు. 3D విలేజ్ వ్యాన్ ఉంది, దాంట్లో వచ్చి ఆస్క్ మీ టు టేక్ లుక్ ఎట్ వన్ షాట్. అండ్ ఐ మస్ట్ సే that's an experience. There's no comparison between 2D and 3D because ఆ షార్ట్ చూసినప్పుడు ఇట్స్ లైక్ బ్రెత్ టేకింగ్. చూసినప్పుడు it just feels like you are into it. And actually మీరు అందరూ చూసిన తర్వాత you all will really feel understand what I'm trying to say. Rudramadevi
మత్తగజమే నీకు మచ్చికై మోరదించి మోకరిల్లగా శత్రు.
ఫస్ట్ అండి, యూ సెడ్ హిస్టారికల్ 3D ఫిల్మ్ అంటే నాకు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఐ బిన్ అంటే మనం పెరిగింది అమర్ చిత్ర కథల మీద, ఇలాంటి బుక్స్ మీద చిన్నప్పుడు అంతా పెరిగాం. సో డెఫినెట్గా ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ రీలివింగ్ అ టైమ్ దట్ యూ లెర్న్ అబౌట్ యాజ్ అ చైల్డ్, అండ్ ఒక యాక్టర్కి దిస్ నో బిగర్ డ్రీమ్ దెన్ దట్. అండ్ గుణశేఖర్ గారు ఇస్ టేక్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్ డీటెయిల్, అంటే ఆ పీరియడ్ రీవిజిట్ చేయడానికి కానీ, ఆ పీరియడ్ రీవిజిట్ చేయడం కానీ, ఆ కింగ్డమ్స్ కానీ, ఆ కాస్ట్యూమ్స్ కానీ, ఆ వెపన్స్ కానీ. సో వన్ ఇస్ ఐ ఫీల్ వెరీ వెరీ ఫార్చునేట్ దట్ ఐమ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఫిల్మ్. నేను ఈ సినిమాలో వేసే క్యారెక్టర్ కూడా చాలా వీరభద్రుడు. ఈజ్ ద వన్ హూ హెల్ప్స్ the queen at the end of her reign. So I'm very very glad I'm part of this film.
నేను తెలుగు భాష లెక్క ఆడా ఉంటా ఏడా ఉంటా.
ఆలస్యం లేకుండా కత్తికో కండగా నరకే. వీరభద్ర ప్రతీకారం రుద్రమదేవిది.
అది నాకు ఇప్పటి నుంచి కదండి, నాకు అది గత 5-6 ఏళ్ళ నుంచి తెలుసు. అది ఇంకా ఎక్కువ నోట్ ఫర్ ద పాస్ట్ 7-8 years అట్లీస్ట్, బికాజ్ నేను స్పెషల్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ చేసేవాళ్ళు ఆయన కింద ఇంతకుముందు. అండ్ హీ హాజ్ సచ్ ఫైన్ టు డీటెయిల్ దట్ I mean, it doesn't matter what it costs, it doesn't matter how much he's delayed, it doesn't matter. He takes the burden on himself and makes sure ఫైనల్ గా ఆ ఫ్రేమ్ లో ఆయన కావాల్సింది వస్తుంది. సో and that's what makes him a filmmaker like this.
Seriously, eye for detail. I don't think I'm like ఒక 100 మంది ఆర్టిస్ట్ ఉంటే కూడా he will know exactly ఒక కొంచెం బింది లెఫ్ట్ వెళ్ళిందా రైట్ వెళ్ళిందా. And it's really nice. I think maybe because he's so passionate. ఏదైనా చేస్తే it's not only about our movie, not only Rudramadevi. I've seen ఏదైనా చేస్తుంటే full passionate గా చేస్తుంటారు. So I think when there's so much of passion, then you can look into all those details. I don't know how he does it because it requires a lot of patience, requires a lot of, because he is directing at one point low, he's setting the frames and all that. He's superb with that. At the same time, he makes sure that the emotions are delivered rightly. At the same time, he makes sure that 3D kabatti, every smallest of details come out bigger. It's larger than life. So you take a lot of care about it.
హిస్టరీలో ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ గురించి ఎక్కువ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ లేకపోయినప్పటికీ Kunshagrar gave me lots of input. Whatever is available, our information was given to us, and I saw some images of his paintings and his statues and things like that. So I think in combination, Neetalu also tried to use costumes and other things to make me look like him. So whatever closeness that we could get to, we've gotten to that.
I would want to say that I play the main protagonist because after doing Arundhati and I'm doing Rudramadevi, when people talk, they joke, they're like, now you're also a heroine. I'm sure Rana also would have told you the same thing. So I would please don't make me a hero. I'm very happy being a heroine. I still love running around. Actually, I'm missing that, running around trees and going Switzerland and going and doing one song running around. I'm missing a lot, all of that. But at the same time, midst of all of that, doing roles like this, which has a lot of scope. There's a lot of scope for performance. There's a lot of scope to learn a lot of new things. So I feel I'm very glad. I feel very blessed because from the beginning of my career, I've gotten good opportunities. See, Rana is someone who is like family to me. It's like Nenu Rana brother and Pilstanu Rana also calls me brother. He says because he feels I'm potika untanani. So maybe I don't know, maybe because of the height and all that. But again, mana Bunny gurinchi maatladam, the kind of person who is there to support projects, and that's another same quality I've seen Rana lo kuda. So that's why you'll see a lot of movies Tuesday, someone wants a guest appearance, someone wants someone to be there in that movie, like, you know. Rana was the first one to go and do the character. And I'm working with him E project lo and Bahubali lo. So all of us have like a travel of almost 2.5-3 years now together.
Okay, I mean, it's see whatever. We're telling history, but at the same time we're making a film. We took the part of history that we wanted to tell, and the best katha cheppadaniki the best screenplay avuddanedi he's taken those. The good thing is we had a lot of material to choose from, and our material unna best anni teeskuni and stuff that is interesting and more dramatic is what we used in the film. So yeah, so once they watch the film, you'll know the real reason behind this.
అవునా నీవేనా నే వెతుకుతున్న నిదివేనా
అవునా నిన్నేనా విన్నంటూ చెలిమివనుకున్నా
నిన్ను కలవనా తహతహల తపనలు తరిమె
See, I wouldn't want to get into the history point of view because the movie will be releasing, and chala mandi history kuda telusu, and I'm sure like as vere movies laga anni movies laga half the people story kuda uhinchukuntaru. So let's just leave that open. But working with Bunny, it's like for me not the first time actually. Even Bunny is known for that. ఒక మంచి project ఉంటే he's always there, out there to help for that project. Even Krish garu చెప్పుంటారు, we did Vedam together. So Vedam also was like I think first of its kind, a multi-starrer kind of a movie, and that whole thing came together actually Bunny wala, because he agreed to do it and he had asal inhibitions lekunda manchi project chedamani. So when we were looking for a lot of people, and when Bunny agreed to play this character, I definitely have to thank him for it, because it's a very key character, and I'm sure if it had to be done by somebody who lifted further, and somehow it didn't come too much as a surprise, because that is Bunny as a person. Ippudu evarikana edana he feels that it's a genuinely good project or someone is genuinely working, he's the first one there to support it. So that is him as a person. So it was not a surprise what I said, him being part of this, but I'm very thankful. And shooting చేస్తున్నప్పుడు I've seen, as when you see the movie, the kind of dialogue delivery, the different kind of variation, the effort, the look, all is outstanding.
నేను తెలుగు భాష లెక్క ఆడా ఉంటా ఏడా ఉంటా.
And one is it's very nice of him to have come and done this role of Bonaganna Reddy. Obviously it makes the project so much more bigger with Bunny inside it. And Nenu Bunny, we've been friends for almost 15 years or 20 years of our lives, and ease in Mato we work together, so it's obviously there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of ease, and yeah, in choosing tarvata, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better Bonaganna Reddy than him in this film.
ఈ గోనగన్నారెడ్డి కత్తి దూసుకుంటా వచ్చేటిది నీ కోసమే.
Ilayaraja garu, I've been such a huge fan of Ilayaraja garu. I feel the kind of background score, the kind of silence, the pauses that he gives in his music, and I totally believe, and not only in movies, generally music has ability to lift emotions to another level. It has at least for me, when music vintunappudu, I can have a lot of mood changes because of music. Sometimes I can get so uplifted because of it, sometimes it can pull me down. And I feel for a project like this, can't think of anyone better than Ilayaraja garu for the music, the background score anni. So I'm sure whatever mana shoot chesin anni dan tarvata background score ichin tarvata, it's going to lift it another 50-60%.
ఆయన గురించి చెప్పేంత పెద్దోడు కూడా కాదు, బట్ ఇట్స్ ఐ మీన్ ఫర్ అ క్లాసికల్ టేల్ యూ నీడ్ అ క్లాసికల్ మ్యాన్, అండ్ దేర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బెటర్ దెన్ దట్.
పున్నమి పూవై వికసిస్తున్నా, వెన్నెల గువ్వై విహరిస్తున్నా, మధుర భావనల సుదల వాహినిగా ఎగసిన హృదయముతో.
I think Neethalula garu actually before నేను ప్రాజెక్ట్లో వచ్చి టెస్ట్ షూట్ చేయక ముందు కూడా గురుశేఖర్ గారు and Neethalula garu had sat and had brainstormed the whole thing from like నేను చెప్పినట్టే there are certain cinematic liberties we have to take, because మన 3D లో we're showing it, it's a storytelling, so we wanted to present it also visually very beautifully. So certain cinematic liberties తీసుకొని ఇప్పుడు the kind of material they wanted to use, the kind of they put sari draping, not to keep this in the same normal type, very type, different types ela untundi, jewelry ela untundi anni. So between Neethalula garu and na Banu garu unnaru, mana hair and makeup styling and Banu garu chesaru. So between the three of them, I'll decide chesaru actually ilanti kavali. So there's not of much of effort ala chuste for me. I had to just go and try it out and see which suited me. And Neethalula garu gurinchi cheppalante, I think as soon as she saw me, first day she saw, then she saw me and then she came and she just felt Kal Mooskani, I can never forget that. Kal Mooskani, she just wanted to see, how a person's body shape is, what will suit, and all that. And ever since then, all the clothes that she's made has been so chala complimenting. At the same time, history deviate cheyakunda. And she's extremely skilled. Andru telisinatte because mana photo shoot chestunnappudu oka shawl drape undi. So I remember we mana photo shoot chestunnam for a test shoot, and first drape chesaru. A same shawl ni she has a technique to drape it at least 100 different ways. So we had to Gunshekar garu had to tell, okay, stop now, we'll do the next costume. So I feel great talents working in this project.
We are making a period film. At the same time, మనకి ఒక పెద్ద ఆడిటోరియం కావాలి, మనకి యూ నీడ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ యూత్ టు కమ్. యూ డోంట్ టుడేస్ జనరేషన్ టు గెట్ డిస్కనెక్టెడ్. ఇప్పుడు చాలా మందికి మా ఇంట్లో కజిన్స్ కానీ చిన్నపిల్లలు కానీ మన భారతం కథలు చెప్పినా దే గెట్ వెరీ డిస్కనెక్టెడ్, ఎందుకంటే అది వాళ్ళ స్టోరీ కాదని ఫీల్ అవుతుంటారు. సో వాట్ నీతా డిడ్ వాజ్ షీ మేడ్ షూర్ ఆల్ దీస్ క్యారెక్టర్స్, దో దే వర్ పీరియడ్ అండ్ ఇన్ టైమ్, మేడ్ దమ్ వెరీ వెరీ కంటెంపరీ విత్ హర్ డిజైన్. And ఇప్పుడు ఎవరి కాస్ట్యూమ్స్ నాది చూసిన ఐ టాక్ అబౌట్ మైన్. See, there's a very though it's period, there's a very youthful charm to it, and she's designed it very carefully based on how I look. See, na physicality చూస్తే I'm very tall, I'm very broad, and using that at the same time not overpowering the others. She's got that fine balance, and also తనకి 3D అనేది అర్థం చేసుకుని చేసిన కాస్ట్యూమ్స్ అవన్నీ. So I really liked working with her, and I'm sure everybody else likes it as well.
I remember meeting him, and I feel certain people are in greater heights in the industry. It's not just like that. It's not by fluke that they go. It's the amount of knowledge, వాళ్ళకి ఉండే knowledge, వాళ్ళకి ఉండే passion, everything. And they see things differently than what common people see. That's one thing I've noticed about Tota Tarni garu. And he was like one very senior family person who was taking care of all of us. The one like from all of us are working. He would one person who will come in between, check everything, and he also has an eye for things. Between Gunashekar garu and Tota Tarni garu, there's no way that any one of us can cheat. So we get caught.
Probably one of the finest art directors in the country. He's been here for so long. ఆయనకి తెలిసిన grandeur, ఆయనకి తెలిసిన scale, I don't think very few people know that. I can probably name a few names on one hand, but and Gunshekar garu, all his films, even in a regular social film, he's known for his sets and ఆయన చేసే స్కేల్. అంటే ఒక్కడప్పుడు చార్మినార్ సెట్ అని, అర్జున్ అప్పుడు మధుర మీనాక్షి టెంపుల్ సెట్ అని. సో he's recreated many things very beautifully, and this is right at the top of the pinnacle.
Ajay Vincent garu is I remember first వెళ్ళి షూటింగ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు it's a 3D project obviously, so there is a lot of effort which goes into it, and I feel throughout at no point was that effort actually choose there could be so much of stress into it, whether it's from the director's point of view, the cameraman's point of view, setting, because all are trying to create something which again has to be at least a little right. You can't go totally off. So I remember my first experience with him is I used to always forget that Ajay garu used to be on set. Extremely quiet he used to be. When I start chesinappudu, he used to be like, and then vachi almost sometimes 2-3 shots anni chesin tarvata, then I used to look for Ajay garu. I used to be like, Ajay garu ekkada unnaru, then I used to go say hello to him. So I feel it makes so much of a difference at that they just doing his work so quietly background low and never interrupted.
like they say, the first step is always the biggest step, and he's taking the boldest and the biggest step, and I wish Kuna Teamworks all the very best. This is what shaped us as human beings. And it's the story of Warangal, it's the story of the Kakatiya kingdom, which is the story of Rani Rudramadevi. These are all our ancestors. This is the story that made our land. So come revisit that time again. There's a very old classic line that says a picture means 1,000 words, and this film will last 1,000 years is what I hope for.
Passion has been that idu oka chupichalani. So why would someone want to take something from, see, it's history. It's again something being very passionate. At the same time, it shows that he can star at different types of films. It's not that he can't do it. He's an amazing filmmaker. But something touched him. Okay, history lo chadutunnappudu aa time la teeskoni after so many years tane produce cheskoni that he is doing it, and I feel that speaks a lot about his passion and speaks a lot about the kind of person that he is. It's very easy when difficult times come to waver off, and I feel in this whole thing of cinema industry where people think it's all just fairy tales and everything, no, it's all very real. It's like how each person would go through, and end of it, it's come out so beautifully, and I feel there's nothing to beat that. I'm sure tomorrow when he watches the movie and people go there and appreciate the movie, I'm sure the happiness that's going to bring in, the satisfaction is that's going to be like a moment which all of us will cherish. The only request I have to the audience is please don't bring in your imaginations. We are trying to tell a story from a point of Gunashekhar Garu's point of view, putting in a lot of facts and making it as beautiful as possible. So I say just come and just enjoy the movie, watch it, and I'll also be watching it with you all because I'm also eating.
కాకతీయ ప్రజలారా,
నేను తెలుగు భాష లెక్క ఆడా ఉంటా ఏడా ఉంటా.
ఆలస్యం లేకుండా కత్తికో కండగా నరకే. ఆగు వీరభద్ర, ప్రతీకారం రుద్రమదేవిది. రుద్రమదేవి!
ఒక తల్లి పాలు తాగిన వాళ్ళందరూ అన్నదమ్ములైతే ఒకే నది నీళ్లు తాగి బతికేవాళ్ళం. అన్నదమ్ములం అక్కా చెల్లెళ్ళం కాలేమా?